Welcome back to another season of Heart to Heart Talks with Dr. Indu Aneja. I hope you all remember we did a segment earlier covering a lot of topics including parenting, mental health, self care, etc. We received a humbling response from all of you, and we thank you for that. Now we plan to resume the same. Thank you, Dr. Indu, for your time and for agreeing to this. By the way, what is your idea about heart to heart talks?
Thank you, Kirti, to reinitiate the program, which is very very close to my heart. When I started in 2020, we started with the idea that we will make it kind of a lifelong activity or service. But incidentally, COVID happened, and then we had to stop it. But all thanks to Zoom to have given us this opportunity to reconnect and restart our program. And I'm looking forward to very interesting and insightful discussions with you, where I would love to hear your perspective on various day to day life issues and help masses lead a peaceful, meaningful, and happyful life. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So, this season we start with the theme Aging Gracefully, a topic which is very close to our hearts and not much spoken about. As a matter of fact, we celebrate World Senior Citizen Day every year on August 21st to acknowledge the contributions of senior citizens and to raise awareness about the issues they face globally. Talking about the issues, the UNFPA report highlights that India's elderly population is expected to comprise of 20% of the population by 2050. That number comes on to 34.7 crore people. And that number represents the current total population of United States. Let that number sink in. And yet, we often overlook discussing this topic altogether. So today, Dr. Indu, we would love to understand from you what are some of the common challenges in old age one goes through.
So again, Kirti, I'm very happy that you picked up this topic, and very soon we are going to celebrate World Aging Day, Senior Citizen Day. So I'm sure the discussions that we are going to hold will be very helpful to all of us in understanding what aging exactly mean to different people and how we can participate in making life easy for all of us. So when it comes to the word aging, I did a program with a group of participants, and I asked them how a 60 years old person would walk. Somebody has to show me. So you'll be surprised to see the participants were actually a set of teachers. So some of them actually walk like an elderly person with the bend, shoulders bending forward, and some of them even showed kind of a stick in their hand. And I told them, I'm sorry, 60-year person does not walk like this. I'm 64. And you can see I'm not holding any stick in my hand. So I think the biggest problem is the word age and senior citizen and aging itself is very depressing because we have a very negative connotation to the word. The biggest hurdle is not outside, it is within us. I mean, like everybody says, age is a number. So the major problem is the thought process that we absorb or we accept without actually realizing, is it really true? Of course, aging has its own concerns, like in every stage of life, like when the child is growing up, they have their own issues. When we are adults, we have our own concerns. Similarly, with age, certain issues do pop up. But it's not all that depressing and upsetting like the way we look at it. Of course, we will discuss about those issues in the later, videos. But right now, what I want to say is, don't worry, age is nothing. It's just a number.
Right. And there are a lot of privileges also that we enjoy with aging, which we will be discussing. So, pros and cons of every age, I believe. And how we usually see aging, we often also tie it with age bias. Like that is also one of the factor. And the common challenges are, of course, around physical health, social health, mental health, whatever we face in every stage of life. And it is very subjective for everyone. Digital accessibility is one of the major challenges that we face. And throughout our subsequent videos, we will be addressing all these topics one by one.